me and Renee started this band last summer, 2017, playing in another band, and then we just kind of wanted to do something that was a little more raw and a little more just kind of spontaneous, I guess. So we had a couple of drummers with us earlier, and then found Cody. Cody was playing in another band, so we got him, convinced him to stay. So yeah, now we're trying to put out a new album, so coming to June. DIY is good nowadays because there's not a lot of money to be made on records, so a lot of your money is going to be basically merchandise and then touring. So I guess what you want to do is, a lot of bands end up breaking up, even I find, because they put so much money into it, and then they just become so frustrated with the fact that they haven't gotten any return out of it, that they break up because they haven't like made it or something. So I think the real key is don't live outside of your means when you're trying to be a band. Kind of just try to be as self-sufficient as you can, do as many things yourself as you can. That way then you can kind of also express your own art in the way that you want it, which is what's cool about the whole DIY nature. You can really control your art if you just take the time to learn a couple of skills on the way. But I mean, it's still good to get like, you know, a producer, somebody who knows what they're doing. But again, if you can do as much of your art as possible, then you're going to save yourself a lot of money and a lot of stress, I would say. So that's kind of how we like to do it. It's not that we don't want to let other people work on our music. It's just a matter of like, we know what we're doing, and there's a lot of money to be. Yeah, it's a lot of money, and like an album these days can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. And we also don't really support using other people's money. Like, we're not going to start a crowdfund. I'm personally not really about going to get a government grant using taxpayer money to fund my album. I would rather just grind it out and do it myself on my own dime, instead of trying to get other people to pay for what I want to do.
I don't know, we're a social service.
We're a social service, that's right. We give, we should get, once in a while. We kind of like started the band as a punk band. Really, it wasn't really meant to be anything. It was just a matter of like writing. Again, we wanted to start this band as just raw feeling and not plan it too much and not be too over calculated in our approach. It was just write how it feels, play it how it feels, and that's how it's going to get written. And if you've got to sit there for too long and try to calculate what's going to be next, then it's not good. It has to come natural. If it doesn't come natural, it gets put away, and we come back to it later. I mean, our first EP was recorded within 7 hours. The drummer that recorded that, Evan, he hadn't even heard the songs the day before. We brought Cody in a couple months ago, full time now, and this is actually the first time we have actually approached it and a little more organized, I guess. But it's still very raw. We're still not over calculating how we do it. It's still going to be, the same way that we wanted to start doing this in the first place, which is all about feel. But the grunge thing just kind of happened again because of how it feels. So.
Yes, we do grunge because we all grew up in the '90s, so that era is kind of
some of us kind of
the social head place where grunge was in the '90s is kind of where people are now. So it is kind of necessary for music like this to make a resurgence so that people can once again find a way to express their voice, just find a reason to.
Like, a lot of the music now, it's like especially popular music, it's not relatable to people. I get it. It's like people can dance to it and it's really catchy, and I'm all about that kind of, but it's not relatable lyrically at all, besides the fact that it makes you want to dance. We try to be a little more deep. We also try to be simplistic, but there's layers. So I think that our fans so far, we're a new band, but the fans that we have, I think that they appreciate the fact that we kind of layer our art a little bit. You could take it for the simplistic side of it, or you could also look a little deeper and you'll find something a little deeper. There's always something there. So I feel like that's one of the things and that's kind of not really calculated, but kind of calculated a little bit at the same time. Like I said, we try to be simplistic in our approach, but there is layers there that if you dig deeper, you find.